Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Vapid Clique in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now I'm actually customizing two cars today, the GB200 and this. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the Clique. The Clique is of course on sale this week, so if you guys are interested in picking this up, today is the last day that you can get this thing. So if you're interested, definitely go and check it out. We're going to start off with the armor, of course, going all the way up on that. For the bodywork, that is the next option we have here. We can remove the side trim on the vehicle. We can also remove the headlight trim, and we can also remove all trim. So on this car, I've already kind of got a race car build of the Clique, so I think that we're actually going to keep all of the trim on the car today. We are going to go for some race brakes though on this thing. For the bumpers, we do have front and rear options. Of course, we have several different ones here. I kind of like the look of the retro bumper, so we're going to go for that right now. On the rear of the car, we can also go for several different ones. I'm going to go for the retro bumper on the rear just to match up with the front. I think it makes the most sense. We can also add a sport chassis into this thing instead of just the regular one. We'll go ahead and do that. This thing is going to be kind of a sleeper, I think, is what we're going to go for. We're going to go for EMS level 4 on this for the engine, of course. For the grille, we can remove the indicators. We can also put the grille to an open grille. We can add 3 bars onto it as well. We can go for the classic grille, the bullet grille as well, the double barrel grille, or the custom death grille as well. Now I do actually like the double barrel grille, but I also like the open grille as well. I think we're going to go for the double barrel just because it's a little more detail on the front of the car, so why not? We can also remove the hood as well, or we can add bespoke hood straps. Let's go for the hood straps just because it adds a little more detail again. For the headlights, we are going to go xenon on these. For the livery, we do have some classic stripes that we can add to this. We got the Vapid stripes as well. That's kind of cool. We got the Jakey's Logger livery. We have the Hipster 17 livery. We have the Scooter Bros Racer. We have the Premier Racer. We have the Classic Racer. We have the Rim Paint Racer as well. We have the Aero Racer. Now that's actually a clean livery. I really like that. We got the Los Santos Racer as well. And back to none. Like I said, we're going to go for a sleeper build with this thing, so I think we're actually going to leave it without a livery on it right now. For the mirrors, we can add racing mirrors or retro mirrors. I do like the racing mirrors, so we're going to go for those. I think those look pretty good. For the plate, we are going to go yellow on black. For the respray, I have an idea of what I want to go for here. I kind of want to go for a dark blue on this car. I feel like a dark blue is going to look really good. Oh, actually, you know what? Just straight dark blue. I was thinking about Galaxy or Midnight, but I think dark blue looks pretty good. Maybe Galaxy blue, actually. Yeah, let's go for Galaxy blue. For the trim color on the interior, of course, we're going to go black on that because I don't want it to be too flashy or anything. For the spoiler, we can, of course, add bespoke trunk straps, so somehow those add downforce. We'll go for it. For the suspension, this is a key component to making this car very good. It is of course adding race suspension onto this car. The lower you go with the Vapid Clique, the better this thing handles, so race suspension is a must for this. This is also one of very few cars in the game that has access to the super transmission, so we're of course going to add that onto the car. The turbo we're also going to do as well. For the wheels, now I do actually like the stock wheels, but I think that we can probably find some that look a little better. So I'm thinking about maybe going for the Muscle Freak. The Krackas also look pretty good. We could go for the Mechas as well. I'm not sure about any of these. Let's see. Is there anything else that we can... I don't know. I think the Krackas look really good on this actually. So I'm going to add those onto the car. I think they look pretty decent. We're going to go black on those as well. For the bulletproof tires, of course, we are going to add those on. For the windows, we are going to tint these all the way out to try to hide the roll cage. Like I said, it's a sleeper. People aren't supposed to know it's a race car, so I'm pretty sure that's all we can do to this thing, unfortunately. I wish it had a little more customization. It's not bad, but I wish it had a little bit more. Anyways, we're going to take it down to the ground and we're going to do a sound test and a full review on the car now, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, so here we are on the ground. Let's take a listen to what the Vapid Clique actually sounds like. It kind of sounds like a basic muscle car. I actually think that it shares the same sound as the Chevelle Fugitive, which is a car that you can steal right off the street. So it's not too special, honestly, but it doesn't sound terrible either. It's definitely not bad. I like the sound of it. It could be a little more unique, but you know what? It's not bad. So the Vapid Clique. got to talk about this car a little bit. There's a lot of people that don't know much about this car, and that, well, people probably should know about it. Now, the Vapid Clique is actually within the top 5 fastest muscle cars around a circuit in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, this is not in a straight line. I do not mean straight line, I mean around a circuit. So a circuit has corners, and the Vapid Clique absolutely thrives in the corners. Now, it's a quick car no matter what. Acceleration wise, this thing is pretty fast. Top speed wise, it's also not bad either. But where this thing really shines in the muscle cars category is with its handling. Now, like I said, with the race suspension on this thing, the Vapid Clique has much better handling. The race suspension improves this thing so much. Now, it does still slide out on you occasionally in the rear end of the car, but it's super grippy as well. So if it does slide out on you, you can get it back really easily. So the Vapid Clique is one of the fastest muscle cars in the game around a circuit because of this fact. The handling is just so good on the Vapid Clique that it allows this car to be probably, I would say, the 4th fastest muscle car around a circuit in all of Grand Theft Auto Online, maybe even 3rd. It depends about this versus the Dominator ASP for 3rd place. I'd probably say the ASP is a little bit more well-rounded. It has as good of handling, but the ASP is just a little bit faster, I feel like. But the Vapid Clique, while it's on sale this week, is much cheaper than any of the other muscle cars that are competitive at the top of the muscle car category. So if you guys are looking for a bit of a bargain muscle car to win races in Grand Theft Auto Online, the Vapid Clique is the car that you should be looking at. I believe this car goes for around 900k even without the discount, so it is still leagues cheaper than any of the other cars that I mentioned. Like the Bravado Buffalo STX, the Declasse Vigoro ZX, or of course the Dominator ASP. So this thing is way cheaper than any of those cars, and it's also almost as fast as all of them. So the Vapid Clique for racing is a fantastic vehicle. It kind of has a bit of the same thing as the Italia GTO, where the rear end of the car kind of lifts up and bounces a little bit. But with the Vapid Clique, I feel like because it's a little bit slower than the GTO, it's really easy to control, whereas the GTO can be a little bit hard to control sometimes. But the Vapid Clique, it feels fantastic pretty much all the time. I've never really ran into a problem when racing with this car. I have won a lot of races with the Vapid Clique, especially back before the STX released. This was actually the fastest muscle car in the entire game. So the Vapid Clique is a pretty unique car. I definitely would recommend picking it up while it's on sale this week, guys. Even if it's not on sale, it's still worth picking up. This car is absolutely fantastic. If you like old cars, then you should definitely have a Vapid Clique. If you like racing, you should definitely have a Vapid Clique as well. So that's pretty much it for the Vapid Clique customization and review, guys. Again, top speed, solid, acceleration, very good, and of course the handling is its best feature. So, you know, there's really nothing to go wrong with the Vapid Clique. I also think it's a pretty good looking car. I mean, overall, it just is a great car. So definitely pick this thing up while it's on sale. Today is the last day that you can buy this thing, just a reminder. So if you want one of these, go out and buy it right now. Anyway, guys, that is it for the Vapid Clique customization and review in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.